Jeffrey was supposed to do the intro, but he's too busy.
My bad. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Random Rants. Three guys that know a little bit about everything, and you listen to us because you got nothing else to do.
Nothing. So sit back, relax, and listen to us talk about Mortal Kombat. So Juan, go ahead.
Yeah, well, if you haven't seen the trailer, recently dropped Mortal Kombat, the new trailer, a remake from the 1995 film, because apparently it's not a reboot.
Yeah, oh, by the way, I finally watched it. So I got some thoughts on it. So what do y'all think though? Like, I guess we could start. Like, I go ahead. Yeah, Juan. I guess we can start with you. Like, what do you think? Because I got super critic over here. Jeffrey is about to probably rip it apart. So might as well go positive.
No.
So go ahead, Juan. What you,
I mean,
go ahead, Juan.
as you
What
can
you
see
think?
with my shirt, I'm a little bit of Mortal Kombat nerd, so or like the new kids say now, quote unquote stan. But I think yeah, like Eminem stan. So
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I think it's coming from a different direction. It's not the whole forcing the whole game. I think it's at the same. I think it's trying to come from a different perspective by showing the a different character. In this whole Cole MMA character that they're showing. So I like it. I like the approach. It's a different approach. They still have a kind of like a structured hierarchy approach where they show different quote unquote big bads, and they show Shao Long, all of them. So I think I like it. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm curious.
So, Mortal Kombat. It looked like a fan film. It looked like they put $100,000 into it.
Man, I knew I should have went first. I knew I should have went first.
I really hate some of the costume setup too, as well.
Which ones though? Like what?
I don't like Kano. I don't like Kano.
I agree. Kano came out. He came out kind of clunky.
And Liu Kang is another one. And I don't like. Why am I drawing a blank right now? Raiden. I don't. He looks.
What?
His costume setup looks. And I'm missing somebody else. I'm missing. So there's one more person.
You prefer the 95 version?
Where they have Sonya,
95 version looks way better.
Sub-Zero, Scorpion.
I like them. I will say I like them.
Yo, the ninjas look amazing. I love what they did to Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I freaking love what they did to Scorpion Sub-Zero. Speaking of, you mentioned
just straight costumes or the cast.
I haven't seen enough of that, but I will tell you one thing: the Get Over Here was weak.
Get over here. It was weak, but I have a theory behind that though.
All right, go ahead. What's your theory?
I think it's possible that this Cole character is one of these characters. Either the maybe not this Sub-Zero because he's by Han,
but his brother.
But his brother could be his brother, or it could be like a different, like a resurrection of Scorpion when he resurrects into a different person. Because Scorpion dies and then gets resurrection, and it looks like this film is featured around Scorpion. So it seems like Scorpion's coming back to life. So it could be Scorpion and him getting into it. So that's why his Get Over Here was weak.
So it's funny you mentioned like the new characters, and it's kind of like the good thing about like this movie is it's centered around somebody that's totally different, right? And like Mortal Kombat is kind of unique, and like they're not unique. But let me rephrase that. They're no strangers to bringing in like new characters. In fact, for the animated series, they featured a new character, Quan Chi, and they centered the story around him too. So this is not really the first time.
No, I mean even in the games they
always do that.
Yeah, I mean Air Mac was the whole legend with Air Mac, that he was a secret character, and he wasn't even a secret character. He was just a glitch in the game, and they thought he was a secret character. So after a while, the game producers and developers was actually made him to a real character and made him to. So he went from an error to a real character.
So Jeff, because you said that you like, what are some of the things that you like about the film that you saw so far?
Um, I liked.
Thought you struggling.
it's,
That is
I'm not gonna
that is
lie.
so
It
sad.
was hard to find some things to like. I'm not gonna lie. I did like some of the like I actually sat and watched the breakdown
Mhm.
with the director when he was going over like choices of why he did this and why he did that. And I did like some of the stuff that he did mention. Especially when he when Jax puts the rifle in front of Sub-Zero's
Sub-Zero.
face, and
Mhm.
then it's supposed to show what he was saying. It's supposed to show another that you see his eyes light up. It's supposed to show that like dark side to him, whatnot.
First learned about this 7 years ago on a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds.
So I like that. I do like, from like it looks like they have a good introduction of the characters. I like that part of it. It does look like it has a decent storyline, but I just couldn't get over, the CGI. I couldn't get over that. I couldn't get over the costumes, and then just some of the character selections. I couldn't get over that. So I'm curious to know if the storyline itself. It's just that it took so long for them to like come to this point, and it's like I feel let down a little bit. Like the Russo brothers should have took that.
Oh, forget them because they taking everything. I like the fact that they new face like new director. I mean, Juan's talking about this new
And he's
director,
brand new.
writer. He's brand new and a writer. The dude that wrote the script. I cannot think his name. Why you got his name?
Russo,
He's a Russo,
He's a
but not
Russo,
but not
Russo.
the
Russo.
but not
Russos.
the Russo. He's a
Yeah.
Russo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't written any like they haven't really written anything of note, like no disrespect to like any of their past work, but they haven't really written anything of note. Um,
That's weird.
yeah, and then for them to take on this franchise and this thing,
Very
the
weird.
95 franchise, like the 95 movie, is a classic.
Only the
Freaking
first
love
one
that movie.
though.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
The
You
second
just
one not so
gotta
much. I
delete. You gotta
love.
delete the second and third ones.
It's like when people say that, I feel like y'all so disrespectful because I bet you. Are you one of those people that feel like Blade 3 should be deleted?
Oh, what? There's a Blade 3.
Dog,
Yeah.
I know.
Is there a
What?
Blade 3?
Dog, I can't believe y'all, man.
Nah, man.
Granted,
Blade
I
1
do
and 2,
agree.
and then
Blade
that's
3
it.
kind of was kind of weak. It was
It
kind
was
of weak.
Kinda.
kind of weak,
It had
but it was
Triple
not
H in
bad.
it.
So what, bro?
It's Triple
Yeah,
That
H
that
in it.
that means nothing because we have bad actors in a bunch of films all the time. Okay, there's nothing wrong with having Triple H in the film, and Ryan Reynolds was money. The story was money. Like I don't care what nobody say. Having Dracula, what's his name? The dude from Prison Break. I can't think his name right now. And freaking the CW show who played Heatwave. I can't think his name. The dude from Prison Break. He was really good as Dracula. But speaking of like, because obviously I didn't like the characters. So what characters are you excited to see from Mortal Kombat?
I
Though?
mean, what was your take on it? You didn't say your take.
Who me on the trailer?
Yeah.
I could tell you this. I was more excited for this trailer or this movie than I am about Justice League the Snyder Cut.
Mm,
Like, and I'm a DC empathizer. I have to been around a bunch of Marvel people. So this I found it exciting. Like one of the things that bothered me, and then we'll talk about, I guess, in a bit, was the fact that we didn't see Katana, but we saw Molina.
right.
And Molina looks dope. Like Molina looks really freaking good. Like
I
really
like
good.
her.
Huh?
I like her.
Yeah.
I think
So you didn't like the humans, basically.
Yeah.
See, the
Yeah, he
humans
did
is
like none of
always
the humans.
the humans is
Yeah.
always the hard part to make because you don't want them to come off cheesy. But
Yeah.
for me, I mean, just the fact it's a game coming to a movie is hard enough.
Yeah.
Hard enough not to make it cheesy. So for me, like, I, f- I give it more positive reviews
Mhm.
because the fact that it's coming from a game. So, that alone restricts you from having free range.
Well, you think so? Because I think it gives you free range because Mortal Kombat doesn't have like a true and tried story. Like how they built their stories over time. Like like Molina, for example, Molina and Katana didn't come into Mortal Kombat 2, right? So before that, it was just a tournament. I wonder if they would
But
have structured it.
they have a whole lore though behind it now, so it's not like they picking up from one game in particular. So they
No,
do
yeah, I
have a
know.
lore, and it looks like they're going with the lore because if
The
you
Outer
look at
World
this,
and
yeah,
Shao Kahn, yeah.
it says in the synopsis, it says, a battle for the universe.
Hmm.
So it's similar to the Marvel, where just like a quick lesson, what it is that, and they're probably not going to introduce this now, but they have elder gods and they have titans and they have an overseer, the ultimate god, whatever. So the ultimate god was killed by all the elders and the titans, and his soul was split and divided amongst the universes. So now this battle is basically to gain control of pieces of his soul, similar
It-
to like the whole Thanos skip.
it's funny you mentioned like Thanos because whose story is exactly like, again, Marvel, is Katana's with Shao Kahn. Her story is identical to Gamora's, right? Like how Gamora was like, Thanos' right hand woman. Well, Katana was, Shao Kahn's right hand woman,
Yeah.
like his daughter. So, she obviously changed over, like, to the side of good because she couldn't, I guess continue to take all the damage that she was doing, and she started to really not follow what Shao Kahn was doing, like all the death and the murder and stuff,
Mm,
which is why he created Molina.
right.
And so, and he used what, like, they're like part Adina, like, and then she has that like Taraka Tab blood, whatever, like, she's like Baraka, right? So she has a combination of Baraka's origin and obviously Katana's origin, which Katana is Zendel. That's, which is one of my favorite characters, by the way. Zendel, she was amazing to play with. Mortal Kombat 3, select A, B, right, left, down, up, up. One hit fatalities.
back,
So
back, front, A. Kano.
I remember none of
I could be wrong. Don't Google it.
Who was your favorite character though, Jeff? Because one of mine is
Noob
definitely
Saibot.
Katana Zendel. Oh my gosh, that
I didn't hear what you said.
Noob
Oh, okay.
Saibot. That is my dude. Noob
That's the
Saibot
man.
is
I mean,
that.
to
That is
play
my
with,
dude.
yeah. I mean, as far as
Yeah.
who I like the character, I mean, I'm a
No, man, I'm
Sub-Zero
talking about
fan.
playing with. Yeah,
Oh,
like, I mean,
playing
no,
with, yeah.
I love. So I
I
I
like
can't rank
Sub-Zero
order,
story,
but
yeah.
Sub-Zero, yeah, Sub-Zero story. I remember it vaguely, but I know he kind of like teeters between like good and evil, right? Like
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
he basically, Baihan, he his story intertwined with Scorpion, because Scorpion,
yeah,
Japanese man who his family got killed, and after his family got killed, he thought it was Baihan. Eventually, he goes on and kills Sub-Zero, only to find out that it wasn't Sub-Zero, but one of the gods or one of the titans, other gods, one of the titans that killed his family. So then his brother comes along and the circle of violence continues.
yeah. Yeah, mine's definitely Sub-Zero. I love Blue Sidebot. Um, I used to be able to play with Ermac, even though his combos was hard, and I love freaking, yeah. Ermac was hard, but Katana was also like one of my other favorite ones. So the fact, again, I'm missing her right now, and I know that we have a lot to go, which is weird to me because the movie's supposed to be set to release in April, right? But we just got the photos, and then we just got the trailer, and they don't have a lot of time because this was just like that the action packed trailer. We didn't get the story trailer, so I wonder if they're gonna release another trailer that tells like the story version of the trailer.
Yeah.
Or do they even have time to do that? Because you're talking about in a month it's supposed to release on HBO Max and the theaters. So
Yeah, and I believe they already greenlighted the second movie, right?
They did.
I believe so.
they're bold.
That is a
I may
that's
be
a
I may be
bold
yeah,
That's
I may be
bold.
wrong on that, but I heard a rumor that the second one's already greenlighted.
Man, that's
And
bold.
that same writer
They
is
might.
also gonna do I think Resident Evil as well.
And the director's supposed to be doing oh my god, what movie he's supposed to be doing? What I tell you yesterday? He's supposed to be doing some
Oh,
sequel.
me? You tell me? No, I didn't
Now
tell
it
me.
was now it was I think it was Juan I was talking to. He's supposed to be doing some sequel to a movie that wasn't even good to begin with. You remember Juan
Oh,
what it was?
oh yeah, it was the anime.
Oh, Death Note
Death
2.
Note. Death
Oh
Note.
my God. Yeah, he's
Death
supposed to do a
Note
sequel to
2.
Death Note.
That made no sense.
None at all. Because you can't do a sequel to. So well, if they going if Mortal Kombat isn't any good, they already got a sequel. They possibly have a sequel greenlit already. He gonna be doing two horrible movies, um, two sequels to two bad movies. So I'm really rooting for this though. Like I don't obviously you don't really root for movies to fail, but I'm really pulling for Mortal Kombat to be successful though,
Yeah.
because to follow up in the footsteps of Sonic, like I feel like it was the movie that broke the curse of the video games.
Hmm.
I don't count Mario at all. What y'all think
I mean,
about?
some games is harder to make than others, though. But there's gonna be a lot of games coming out that's gonna be good. That I think is pretty solid from the idea.
I just think that they could have got some better characters though, better castmates. I mean, so. But maybe I'm not giving them a chance. I don't
What
know.
do you
I'm
mean
not
by
giving
better
them a
cast?
chance.
You haven't seen the Mac. What you mean?
Yeah, well, Juan, you definitely seen a lot of these people act.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, you
The
wait, you
dude-
have
Like cool.
the dude that plays Jackson Makai,
Yeah.
Makai Brooks. Yeah,
you've seen him.
Yeah, you definitely seen Makai Brooks act. Definitely seen Makai Brooks act.
They could have got somebody else.
I'm not gonna lie. When they casted Makai Brooks, I'm like, dang, dog. Like of all the people to get, like, why Makai Brooks? You
Yeah.
seen him on Supergirl, Juan? I'm not really a fan of Makai Brooks. Like I've never been. I've seen him on the game. I've seen him on that Tyler Perry movie that was like a freaking like a cult, basically like a cult classic. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. Like I don't know if he could pull off like Makai Brooks is somebody I'm not a fan of. Isn't Ken Watanabe in this movie?
I was looking at the list of cast, man, and
Yeah.
some of them are good. It's like, all right, cool, but I
Yes.
can't remember. I got to pull it up.
How do you do
What? McCall.
Yeah,
Nah,
man.
bro.
There's